Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pauline. I live in Mission near Vancouver and I work in Abbotsford School District. I'm a teacher here in Canada. As what I have said on my previous upload that I will be sharing with you some testimonies, journeys of Filipinos here or any immigrants who would be willing to be on my channel. So this morning, I have the opportunity to interview a young lady who is a student from Toronto. So we could not really meet because Toronto and Vancouver is about 6 or 8 hours away on plane. So here we are, we're trying to figure this out, and I would like you to meet her. Her name is Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Hi everyone, my name
Can
is
you, Cheryl? Yeah, can you tell me about yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Cheryl and I'm an international student here in Toronto. So I came here last December 31st, 2023, and I'm taking up postgraduate hotel resort and restaurant management at Centennial College. So
Nice.
I live in Toronto for Scarborough.
Nice. Thank you so much. And again, um, I would like to tell our viewers that the reason why we are interviewing Cheryl is to kind of give you information about how she arrived in Canada as a student. She is on student visa pathway program to come and build a new future here in Canada. So you mentioned about Centennial College during your introduction. Why did you choose that university?
You know, Canada is a highly diverse environment for the students in all over the world. So I choose Centennial College since it's the most for me. I felt this university is really diverse in the people with different cultures and different nationalities from walks of life. So that's the reason why I choose the Centennial College.
And overall, going here to Canada, correct?
Yeah, and the quality of life is totally different. It's really amazing here in Canada.
Okay, so how would you compare your studies from Canada to the Philippines? So how would you compare between the two universities or between the two countries? Tell us about the education of the Philippines that is a little bit different than in Canada.
Of course, from the beginning, the comparison of the two is the tuition fees here are really expensive, and the cost of living, your accommodation, food, transportation, and all your bills that you have in here. Compared to the Philippines, of course, your family is in the Philippines. They are the one who help you, your food.
So, what is the process of getting a student visa? So, for example, She, if I'm living in the Philippines right now and I am a student there, tell me specifically or the detailed steps of your application process as a student visa to get a student visa here in Canada.
So first, you'll look for a legit agency that will help you.
So, Che, if I am a student in the Philippines and I'm thinking to study here in Canada, how would you describe the process of coming here from stage one or from day one? Can you please help me or help other Filipino students who would like to come here?
Okay, for the stage one process, it's called school admission. So you'll have to provide all the documents needed, like your transcript of record, your diploma, your English test, which is equivalent for IELTS, and then your passport, of course, and your birth certificate. You'll have to submit it in the college that you choose to study, and you'll pay your fee for the deposit of your tuition for first semester, and then they will issue your letter of acceptance, which is LOA or LOA.
Okay, so how long did it take for you to do that? Say, for example, okay, just to summarize what you just said, first you have to decide which country you're going to, and you chose Canada. The second one is then you choose the university where you're going to go, and you chose Centennial College in Toronto because you feel that Toronto is much more diverse than any other cities in Canada. And then you inquire to the university, they sent you a letter and you fulfilled all the requirements, correct? And
Yeah.
then after everything you have completed, how long did it take for you to get that letter of acceptance from the university?
For me, it takes 2 weeks to get the approval from the college that I got the acceptance letter from the school.
Oh, great. So after you get the acceptance letter from the university, what's the next step? That must be exciting for you to get a letter of acceptance. And then
Yeah.
what's the next step after that?
So the next step is the visa application. So for the visa application, you will gather all the documents needed for the immigration to in order for you to get approved.
So for the LOA, letter of acceptance from the university, is that something that is really important for them to get before the visa application, correct? I would anticipate yes.
Exactly, because it's their base why they would invite you to come to Canada. That's your purpose why you wanted to come to Canada, because to study. You got the
Oh,
invitation from the school.
okay. And during that time that your visa is being processed, what was your plan? Did you plan for a savings account? Did you plan for money that you are going to prepare? Did you talk to the agency?
Okay, for that, you'll have to prepare everything that needed in the application, like your bank statement, your bank certificate, personal bank certificate, and then your personal assets, like your personal business or whatever you had. Make sure it's documented, like to get DTI, like for their references that you're having a business, legal one. And then you'll have to provide if you have any properties or cars or insurances. That's the most important, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
so you will also do your medical in Cebu or in Manila or in Davao. You go there to do your medical. That make sure that you pass the medical. Then you'll have to submit it in the immigration, which is IRCC, Immigration Refugees, for Canadian. Yeah.
Okay. So you were doing this by yourself, correct? There was no agency at the moment, so you're just doing all this, or did you ask
Uh,
help from an agency? If so, what's the name of the agency?
Actually, I asked help from the Global Visa Support. They are the one who helped me from the beginning until the end of my application. They were the one who guides me on what I will do. They will help you all throughout with your papers, your personal statement. You have to write it. And when you lodge your papers, everything is complete. You have to do your biometrics as well in the Cebu or in Manila or in Davao.
Okay.
Any,
Sorry,
yeah.
you were cutting off there, Che, but what you were saying is all throughout this process from the beginning, you have the immigration consultant agency who has helped you throughout this process. But you are the one, or you were the one who gathered all those documents. And
Yeah.
the agency, for me, by the sound of it, is just
Fast way
a
to
pathway to get it. But at the end of the day, you
I know.
navigated it
Yes.
yourself. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations. And so now that you are living here, what are the challenges and what are the difficulties you are facing day to day as a student?
So the most important thing is the weather. So I'm adjusting to the very cold weather here in Canada, especially in -20. and you have to go out early in the morning for your shifts.
The weather is one of the difficulties. Okay, what else?
And the time zone when I talk to my family. So like I have to adjust the time zones. And then the challenges here, like every day you'll have to survive. You'll have to work hard in order for you to survive for your life.
Yeah, you're by yourself, your family is at home, and so you must be very strong and resilient doing
Yeah.
all this. But I'm excited because I understand that you came here last year of 2024, right? During New
Yeah.
Year's Day as a student. And I'm excited for you to share your next step, your next journey as a um, with working permit.
Yeah.
Do
So
you have a working permit now? How does it translate from getting all the stages done to come to Canada, getting the approval? And by the way, how many days your visa was approved before you receive it after you did all your biometrics?
Oh, so when I lodged my papers last October 2023, I got my approval within just 25 days, which is November 16, 2023.
Oh,
So
wow, that is good.
yeah, I wasn't expecting anything that I would get it as fast as I can because it's almost due because my intake is January, so my time is running. So I was hoping and praying at the same time that I would get the approval, in the right time.
Nice. So now going back, how did you get from being a student to getting a working permit? And now you're working full time, you said.
Yeah. So in order for me to get my work permit, I have to pass all the subjects and the school's credentials that they are requiring for me to get my postgraduate work permit. So last August 2024, I completed my studies and then I applied for a working permit. And it takes for me 1 month to get approved, other than my classmates that it gets 3 months for them to get
Mm-hmm.
approved. And I was surprised, like, oh, why I got so fast. In last October, I got it
Very
for,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that from having a student visa, more likely or highly likely you will get a working permit, correct?
Yeah.
And for you, it only takes about 23 days for you to get the working permit.
For my approval of my work permit, it takes like month.
A month.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's exciting. Now you work in a coffee shop in Toronto, correct?
I'm working in Canada's favorite coffee of all time, which is Timmy's or Tim Hortons.
Okay, that's part of our life. That's being Canadian. Exactly know what it is. Okay, then what's next, Che? What's next after now you're working as a full-time student? So are you planning to stay here for your future, for your forever? What's the next step? What's the plan?
Okay, so really my plan is to get the permanent residency. So now I'm gathering all the documents for applying the PR, which is permanent residency. So I consulted one of the immigration consultant what are the things needed to apply. So she advised me to prepare the IELTS exam, and then I
And what
have.
is the IELTS exam is just a general IELTS exam, not an academic one, because as a teacher, I took an academic IELTS exam, which is a little bit harder than the
Oh,
general one.
I think that's a general one for
Okay,
everyone. Yeah,
got
as
it.
part of the permanent residency's requirement. And then I have to prepare my world education system from the Philippines. I have to get it from my university in the back home Philippines, my credentials that I graduated my bachelor's degree. And I
Mm-hmm.
have to provide that I work in a Canadian experience for 1 year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that are things that I have to comply for my PR.
Okay, so Just to restate what you just have said, that after getting a working permit, you have to work for 1 full year. Then you can apply as a permanent resident.
Yeah.
So just to summarize here, my interview with She, who came to Canada using a student visa pathway to Canada, student visa pathway to Canada. So she started her application in February the 2023, and then 2 weeks after, she got a letter of approval from the university that she chose, which is Centennial University. So from March to October, she waited for her criminal record check. She gathered all the documents needed, so that the reason why her application got delayed from February to October is because she waited for about 7 months to get her police clearance from Qatar, because she used to work in Qatar. So wherever country you worked before, the Canadian government is asking you to get those requirements. But from the time that she lodged her application in October and done her biometrics, she got visa approval um, in October 2023, which is only about 2 weeks. Yeah. So again, what we're sharing with you, to my viewers, is just a testimony, it's just a journey of coming here to Canada. If you want to know more about the process, the stages, in applying to be a student, we can definitely send some links that are legit, people who can help you, people who can guide you, just like what Chet was using earlier in the Philippines. Because as what we know, there marami tayong mga fake na mga agencies sa Philippines, or they're not really an expert in doing it. But again, they're just your guide. They're just kind of like your immigration consultant or your advisor. And again, I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm just giving some examples, showcasing an experience of a young lady here who is aspiring to build her future here in Canada. So if you like this video, you can leave a comment. And if you want the link, please ask ask Cheryl. She will respond to the comment. Write your comment, what you need, and your questions about her. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much, Cheryl, for taking your time to be part of my vlog, my YouTube channel. Goodbye for
Thank you.
now.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then